Hi everybody, it's Angelo with Angelo's Workbench. Welcome to the third and final video in the Revell Kevin Harvick Ford Fusion video series. We're going to jump right into some chassis assembly and then go into a slideshow of the completed car. If you want to skip ahead to the slideshow of the completed car, I won't be offended. You can skip ahead to the 6.5 minute mark. If you want to watch me finish putting the final details on it, stay right here. We'll jump right into it. Thank you for tuning in. While we're watching me finish up the details on this chassis, I'd like to mention my playlist. If you haven't checked out my playlist, I have well over 100 videos on this channel now, and they're organized by playlist. And in fact, I've added a new playlist this week called Kit Reviews. It's got a new video that I just put out a couple days ago. I'm going to be periodically reviewing model kits while I am doing builds. So in between the build videos, kit review videos will pop up on the channel from time to time. Gives me an opportunity to go through my stash, go through kits, show you things that I like about kits, talk about kits, and what's not to like about that. Everybody has a stash, everybody has a bunch of kits, we all like to talk about them. Gives me an opportunity to get more kits on the channel for you to see. So I hope you enjoy that section. In the meantime, what I'm doing now is finishing off the roll cage. I was pleasantly surprised how well the roll cage went together. I remember building some NASCAR kits when I was a kid, and I don't know if it was my own inexperience, because obviously I was a kid, or if it was the kits back then, but I remember wrestling with many a NASCAR roll cage and having quite the hard time with it. This one went together very easily. Revell really dotted their I's and crossed their T's with this kit. The chassis goes together very nicely, the roll cage goes together very nicely, and I was impressed that I didn't have a lot of highly visible seams. It looks like, I think, as it would in real life on the one-to-one car. So I was very pleasantly surprised. So now I'm going to finish off the suspension as I continue toward completion. Fitting the radiator hoses is always a hit or miss thing for me. I don't know if it's just the way I put these things together or if it's the kits themselves. Sometimes the hoses fit perfectly, sometimes I have to do some adjusting. It's usually a very good indicator as to if you have the engine in the chassis correctly. This particular kit, the hoses fit beautifully. They were easy to install. As you can see, they went in on the first try and they look great. Of course, with this kit, the radiator was sitting a little bit too far forward. That was my fault. I did back the radiator up, and that left-hand hose did fit perfectly after. And at this point, I've just got to do a little touch-up with a little Tamiya XF16 flat aluminum. There's a part on the radiator hose that is called out to be silver. I chose to do it after I installed it. It was easier that way. And I'm also going to do a little bit of touch-up with a little Tamiya XF1 flat black. Just a couple of parts that had a little paint rub-off just from handling them with the tweezers in my finger. So sometimes it's nice to, once you get them installed, put a little final touch-up on, makes it look nice. And then we're going to glue some wheels on. The wheels have a new pin set up. I get why they do it. It enables it to be rolled. I personally glue them because I don't want my cars to roll off of the shelf onto the floor. I would like them to stay put. And now we're going to get out a little Bob Smith Industries Super Gold Plus, which is a great crazy glue that is odorless. It does not fog glass parts. As you can see, I am using it to install the glass parts. I take a little bit of the Bob Smith Industries Super Gold Plus and I put it on a blue piece of masking tape. You can see it in the right hand side of this video shot. And then I use a toothpick to apply the glue in a very small amount to the frame where the glass installs. And then I just press the glass in, and it sticks. The Super Gold Plus, as I said, it doesn't fog the windows, it doesn't fog chrome parts, it sets almost instantaneously. It's a great glue, and no, they didn't give me that tube. I bought that tube. They didn't pay me to say it. It's just a product that I use that I really like. And once I glue on this spoiler, that's going to finish off this kit. The only thing left is to put the body on the chassis, and I was relieved that with this kit it was very easy. The body just drops on the chassis very simply without a lot of pushing, pulling, bending, twisting, any of that. It just goes right on, and that's it. Let's take a look at that photo slideshow. Well, we've got just a few more shots here, and that's going to wrap this video up. I hope you've enjoyed the slideshow and this build as much as I enjoyed building it and making these videos for you. I hope you'll stick around my channel. I've got a really exciting build coming up for new modelers on a 1970 Dodge Charger RT. Go ahead and click that subscribe button in the upper left-hand corner so you don't miss any future updates or any future kit reviews or any future builds. Also, I'll have a link to some playlists on the right. And as always, thank you for tuning in to Angelo's Workbench. I look forward to seeing you next time.